Chatters.
it.
I'm Nat.
And I'm Kat, and welcome to the Crime Chat. I am your forensic femme fatale. Natalie is your true crime addict connoisseur.
We're just two normal girls who obsess about dark crimes, evil minds, and occasionally the unknown, while we bring a little bit about a forget about it to it, and bless your heart, darling.
Oh, bless your heart.
Bless your heart, forget about it.
There's going to be a lot of blessing of that heart today.
it.
Here's your disclaimer, chatters. The following crime chat contains adult content and potentially violent scenarios. Your listener discretion is advised.
You have been warned, and before we get into today's crime chat, Kat, what have you done?
Have you seen the movie The Invitation on Netflix?
Is that with the girl from Game of Thrones, Missandei?
Yes.
I
That's
have
where
not
I
yet,
saw
but
her.
it's on my hit list. She's gorgeous.
Oh
She's
yeah, she
stunning.
absolutely. Amazing movie, by the way. It's like, so she is an only child, loses both of her parents, and then does a DNA test, finds out she's 100% bad bitch.
Oh, she's that bitch.
She's that bitch.
Okay.
Gets a message from like a potential relative who's from England, and gets invited over to this like wedding where she can meet all of the relatives over there. And let's just say it was appetizing.
Yeah, relatives aren't always a good thing.
No, it was a great movie. And it was like, even though it's a vampire movie.
Oh, it is? Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, it's kind of in the teaser for that, so I didn't give anything away.
Okay.
I jumped a few times.
Really?
Like, I watched it one night when Chris was on shift, so I was watching it, at home by myself at night, thinking, oh, this will be good. But no, I was like, oh, I had a jumpy moment a couple times. And Chris was like, I told him about it, and he said that he was wanting to see it. And he's like, well, I probably would have been under the covers. Like, had the blanket.
Does he get scared like that? He didn't like Stranger Things at first.
Right.
So he doesn't like scary.
I'm easing him into it.
Okay.
But we have to watch things like during the day. Like, we watched the new It movies, like It 1 and the second chapter 2. We watched that recently. And he's like, we can only watch it during the day because bad things don't happen during the day.
With all the lights on. Have you watched the movie It? Everything happens in the day.
True story. So season 11 just came out on Netflix for The Walking Dead. So the whole season, the whole series is now on. So we started, and because my husband only got about halfway through the series, he's like, can we rewatch that? You probably don't mind. And I was like, hell yeah, we can rewatch that.
So they have all the seasons on Netflix right now. I can go back to the beginning and watch everything.
Yes.
Perfect.
Now you're feeling better. You sound better.
Oh my God. I went through a horrible, I went from COVID to respiratory infection to pneumonia. So last week's episode, I had pneumonia and I didn't know it. until like the next day when I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
But it's all better. Doctor cured me. I'm all good again.
Yeah.
I still sound like French Drescher, so I don't think
you do sound
change.
much better. You sound much, much better. You look better.
Oh my God, I feel better.
But I bet you do feel better.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're in a bubble or in a cloud anymore. I'm starting to feel like my old crazy self. I'm watching this new Netflix series, limited series. It's called The Cabinet of Curiosity. Have you heard of it?
Yeah. I've seen that. Yep. I haven't seen it, but I've seen the teaser for it. Yeah.
Oh, he's great. He's the director that did Pan's Labyrinth back maybe 20 years ago. And he is like a Spanish director, and he's just he's so creative, and his visuals that he comes up with is just so, he goes, when he was making Pan's Labyrinth, he's like, I want to create something that would be in the adult version of a nightmare. I don't want to be something like It, like, where you have like this single scary figure. He wanted everything to be like this huge, like engulfing experience. And he's so good at it. Oh my God, he's so talented.
Yeah.
The chatters. So have you ever shopped at Ross or like, not the 99-cent store, but just like Ross, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
They have, before you walk out, they have those like cheap little like aisles with candies and stuff.
Yeah.
Freely. There is a candy I picked up, and cats, it's insane, but it's super cheap stuff. But it's called the Cherry Six.
Oh yeah.
It is like you remember those old fashioned ring candies with the jelly inside? You get it like those. It's like got like the gelatized raspberry in it.
Yeah.
This is so good. So good. I've been eating. Totally so unhealthy, but it's really, really good.
We are both excited because this is the first Crime and Cosmetics segment for season 2. Yay! Woo!
Woohoo!
We are gonna talk a little bit of drama in the beauty industry.
I can't wait. I've never heard of this story before, so this is new to me. I have not looked at it.
Well, it was new to me too in researching the story.
But before you get into your intro story, because like I didn't look at your story, I didn't want to do an intro on the Crime and Cosmetics because I figured, you know what, I don't know what your story's about.
Okay.
So I want to keep it fresh. But for Christmas, I was gifted a serial killer book. I think we went over it last episode.
Yeah.
And it's my serial killer cookbook, and it's last crime trivia, disturbing, delicious last meals of death row most famous killers and murderers.
Yes.
So, Kat, I'm thinking that I may need to throw some trivia at your ass.
It's my turn. It's my turn. All right.
And it's gonna be. It's not gonna be hard, but it is going to be like each question is going to have two each question is going to have 2 sub questions.
So do I get a half a point per sub question?
You can. Okay, and you can call a friend or ask Bella.
Okay.
A little bit, before we get into our shenanigans, let's talk about death row for a second, okay?
Oh yes.
And I don't mean the records. I'm talking the actual death row. Okay. So it's been around since 1608, but it has long been debated under various different presidential administrations, as we know.
Yes.
The death penalty is also known as the capital punishment. Can be used for crimes involving murder, as we know.
Yes.
Obviously. Today, 24 states use it, 23 don't allow it, and 3 have a temporary hold on it. Okay? Since 1976, there have been 1,532 executions in total in America.
Okay.
That's a lot, Kat.
That's a lot of murder.
That's a lot of murder.
Well, a lot of murdering.
Yeah.
Depending on what you believe.
I know. The main method that's used is lethal injection, but there are other methods used in the past, like electrocution, which can be fun.
Yeah.
Hanging, death by firing squad, gassing.
Yeah.
The death penalty in America was influenced by England.
Of course.
The first person to be killed in the U.S. was Captain George Candle in 1608. He was put to death by a firing squad for serving as a Spanish spy in Jamestown in the colony of Virginia.
Spying goes way back. It's almost as old as prostitution.
Oh, nothing's older than that, girl.
Almost.
Almost. In 19, a cruel and unusual punishment that violated the 8th Amendment. Now, the 8th Amendment to the United States Constitution prohibits the federal government from imposing excessive bail, excessive fines, or cruel and unusual punishments. The amendment was adopted on December 15th, 1791, along with the rest of the United States. It's the Bill of Rights.
Yep.
But, that's a while ago. I don't know.
A hot minute.
So from 1972 to 1976, there were no executions in America at the time, out from the state to the federal level, but the Supreme Court decided to allow it again. But this time with appellate review, meaning that the higher court must review decisions of the lower courts, and the death penalty resumed. by the following year, in the 2000s, the Supreme Court rules abolish the death penalty for young people and people with intellectual disabilities.
Yep.
Thank God.
Yeah, we've talked about some of this before too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I think we talked about one crime chat that was in between 72 and 76, where they couldn't have issued him the death penalty at the time because it wasn't in existence. And I can't remember
Not
who
even
that was.
cheaper. A lot of people don't realize. They're like, oh, just give them the death penalty. It is actually more expensive for our country to put somebody to the death penalty. So the minimum average of what a federal trial costs for somebody to be put to the death penalty, and this is a simple, easy shut case, is about $600,000.
Yeah.
And that's not even the cost of the injection or all that. That's just a trial.
Yeah, of course.
Wuornos,
yeah. Wasn't she the first woman to be executed by death penalty?
maybe.
Oh, wait, is that a question?
Maybe.
Oh, shit.
You can't be striking up extra credit yet.
I promise. Look, chatters, I promise on the script, there's no questions.
There's no questions.
I just have ESPN.
She's just got too much crime on the mind.
Murder.
Yeah. But I think like the most honorable mention here is Truman Capote.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote the true crime novel In Cold Blood in 1966, which was labeled a nonfiction novel, but it wasn't. It was the actual details of the 1959 murders of four members of the Cutler family in a small farming community in Kansas. And he went to like the jail cell. He interviewed them. He did it. He put together his novel, and I think it was just too ahead of the curve for people to read such horrific events that they actually just said, "Oh, it's nonfiction. It's a novel. It's this stuff didn't really happen." But this is going to lead us to our little game. So, Kat, you ready?
Yes.
For your trivia questions? Let's play some trivia! Okay. Ooh. So, Kat.
Yes.
You, after an unfortunate chain of murderous events, you find yourself sitting on death row.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a sucker. I know. No mirrors, no eyelashes, no lipstick, no hairbrush. You're in a place.
No shoelaces.
You might murder again. You're in a place, okay? Fortunately for you, I have a book. At least they can't take food away, right? My first person. So I'm gonna do my best to quiz Kat. This is gonna be hard, chatters, because she knows a thing or two. All right, so here we go. All right, so William George Bonin was an American serial killer and twice paroled sex offender.
Okay.
Who committed rape, torture, and murder of a minimum of 21 young men and boys in the series of killings in California from May 1979 to June 1980.
Okay.
He was described by the prosecutor as being the most arch evil person that has ever existed. Kat, what did the press call him?
Oh. It was in California.
Late 70s to 1980s.
That narrows it down.
It was the freeway killer.
Oh, okay.
Bonin was convicted of 14 murders linked to the freeway killers in two separate trials in 1982 and 1983. He spent 14 years on death row before he was executed by lethal injection at San Quentin State Prison in 1996. Follow-up question. What do you think this man ordered up for his last meal?
Ice cream.
You son of a bitch. How do you know that?
Was it really ice cream?
Okay. All right. Well, this is, see? Jesus Christ. Okay. So
I would eat ice cream.
Pepperoni, 2 sausage pieces, 3 servings of ice cream, and a 6-pack of Coke and Pepsi. Both 6-pack of Coke and a 6-pack of Pepsi. They actually, in the book, they have the recipe of the ice cream that he wanted, and it's called a no-churn chocolate ice cream, and it looks really good. So it's just made up of like heavy cream, condensed milk, cocoa powder, and large chunks of chocolate fudge. I mean, it looks good. this recipe book is no joke. I mean,
Oh, delicious. Now that
right?
wasn't his actual, that was just a recreation of, that wasn't the actual one. Okay.
I don't think he got it in the beautiful stainless steel cup. No.
Presentation.
I think no. I hope not. I included this one because it's mob related. I know how
Oh.
you love the mob. All right. Francis Crowley. This is an old mob boss, okay? Francis Crowley, he was an American murderer. His crime spree lasted about 3 months, ending in a 2-hour shootout with the New York City Police Department on May 7th, 1931. He was witnessed by 15,000 bystanders and received national attention for the shootout.
Okay.
Does it sound familiar at all? No, it's an old one. It's an oldie. In 1932, he was executed. By what method, Kat?
Oh, firing squad.
No. Oh, you didn't get that one right. Oh my God. All right, you want to try again?
Hanging.
No.
Electrocution?
Yeah.
Okay.
Electric chair.
Oh.
So, Kat, what do you think he ordered for his last meal? This wise guy.
A cannoli and a stromboli.
Now that right there, that would be I would order that. Steak and onions, steak and onions, French fries, apple pie, and a broth ice cream combined with melted ice cream. A broth ice cream.
I've never heard of a broth ice cream, and that does not sound appealing.
I have a picture.
Okay.
So there's the broth ice cream. It looks like a soup.
It looks like it's just melted.
Yeah. It's like a soupy ice cream, but they said that when they served him the ice cream, they adorned it with black sprinkles that represents one of each of his victims. So they did have style back then on death row. You ready for the last one?
Give it to me.
All right, here we go. Between 1989 and 1990, this American serial killer engaged in street prostitution along the highways in Florida. She shot dead and robbed 7 male clients that she claimed the clients either raped her or attempted to rape her, and that the homicides were merely self-defense. Who was she, Kat?
Eileen Worley? What was her last name?
Wuornos.
Wuornos, yes.
Ding, 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 ding. So Wuornos was sentenced to death for 6 murders on October 9th, 2002, after serving 12 years on Florida's death row. She was executed by lethal injection. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Monster.
I've seen bits and pieces of it, and I wanted to go back and actually watch it again because I watched this Catching Killers documentary on Netflix, and that's where they kind of go back and like talk to the investigators and kind of get their take on how the investigation went from start to finish. And one of them was the investigators for Eileen Wuornos.
So Eileen Wuornos, what do you think she ordered for her last meal?
McDonald's.
Girl, you're not entirely wrong, okay?
Yeah.
She declined to order her last meal.
Okay.
She refused to do it. Instead, she went to the cafeteria, the jail cafeteria. She ordered a hamburger, got a few snacks from the vending machine, and a cold cup of coffee from the last bit of a container that was still there, and that's what she had. She just gave 0 fucks. Like she's done. So that was good. You did, Kat. You did pretty damn good. Chatters, if you want any of these delicious recipes, please check out Crime Chat after that.
After that Crime Chat, Natalie will list the recipes.
I hope that's set up a little bit for your. It really didn't do anything for your story, but it's fun.
No, there's no death row in my story.
Okay,
but we are going to talk crime and cosmetics, Chatters. As I first looked into the story, I was like, okay, like not that big of a deal, like. So what? I had the so what factor going on, but as I really started digging in and researching, poof, there it was. Really? It just kind of was like, oh shit. I found out just how scandalous the beauty industry can be. And I'm like, why? Like, why? So we also did a poll recently. Our topic is going to be Lime Crime cosmetics and products.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of it?
No.
Have you heard of Lime Crime at all?
It sounds very familiar, but I don't think I've ever purchased a product from Lime Crime. But
Okay.
Are they still around?
They are, and we'll talk
Oh,
about it. Okay,
okay,
so,
okay.
well, you're not the only one who really hasn't heard of it. Based on our poll that we did, we posted on like all the socials, putting all of that together, 58% answered Lime who?
Really?
Yeah. So our question was basically like, have you ever heard of Lime Crime? Have you ever used their products? What do you think about their products? Would you not use their products because of the scandal that they were involved in, which we're going to get into? And then, or Lime, have you never even heard of it? So a majority, over half, have never heard of Lime Crime. They might now, but hey, here we go. The next one was about 25% answered, I've never used it, but I want to. And only 1% said, yes, I would not leave home without it. Another 8%, yes, I like them, but not my favorite. So nobody from this poll specifically said, I've heard bad things about the company. I would never use their products again. So that's interesting. Your mind may change.
Their reputation kind of precedes them a little bit.
Yeah, their former slogan was so bright, it's illegal.
Yeah, and women don't give a fuck if it's a good product. We don't care.
Yeah.
We're like, all right,
yeah,
a little crime. It's all right. Give me an eyeshadow palette. We're good. I didn't see a thing.
This may have come true for this brand. We've got fraud, threats, fake deaths, and potentially poisonous ingredients. Are you intrigued?
Yes. Oh, you that a trendy name can make it out if like Lime Crime. That's a great fucking name.
So is Crime Chat with Nat and Cat. I mean,
hell yeah, Crime Chat just did Lime Crime, bitches.
I first started looking into it and I'm like, bad reviews, But when you get into like Gray, the Le Gothique, faking her own death to avoid social media, I don't know.
We know enough people in this business that we could write a poll out there. Let's ask a question. Where's Gray? Give us your best. Gray? Where the fuck is Gray? Like let's find Gray. Let's
like a Where's Waldo?
Like a Where's Waldo?
Gray, if you're a chatter, holler at us, girl.
Yes.
Well, this episode is a break from murder. We did talk a little death row.
Yes.
But we talked about the beauty industry and how that's just like
it's so scandalous. It is. Look, Crime Chat is about crime. I love the scandal. Like I love the unknowns and the scandal and all that stuff. I love it. Thank you for doing this. I can't wait to see if we should do another poll. Where the fuck is Gray?
Where is Gray? Yes,
let's find Gray.
Let's find Gray from Le Gothique.
Is it a girl or a guy?
It's a girl.
All right, let's help her out.
Well, the information I got from that time frame and the information I got from led me to believe as a female.
Okay. Maybe we can get an interview with her on Crime Chat.
Reach out to us, Gray.
That's reach out.
Don't forget to follow Crime Chat with Nat Cat on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. I don't want to stop rhyming at all. See what we have coming up next.
Yes, remember that Crime Chat with Nat and Cat. Literally subscribe literally to the Patreon literally for the bonus episodes, behind the scenes bloopers, and check out merch in the works literally.
I can't wait. You don't want to. Oh, that's your turn.
There's so many. I don't know. I know. Maybe if you want, do you have a preference? Is there something you would like to learn about?
Let's do a poll.
Let's do that.
Chatters, what do you want to hear? What movies are out there that are based on something that happened in the real world that you want to know about?
Yeah, exactly. You want the facts, you want the deets. Literally. So you don't want to miss it, chatters.
And we'll see you on the next Crime Chat. Bye.
Bye. Make sure my Audacity is recording. Oh, yes.
Audacity. Oh, I didn't record.
No, girl.
Kidding. File. Save project as.
There's so many. I don't know. Like, I know. Maybe if you want, you have a. Do you have a preference? Is there something you would like to learn about?
Let's do a poll.
Let's do that.
Chatters, what do you want to hear? What movies are out there that are based on something that happened in the real world that you want to know about?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You want the facts, you want the deets, literally.
Literally.
So you don't want to miss it, chatters.
And we'll see you on the next Crime Chat. Bye.
Bye. Make sure my Audacity is recording. Oh, yes.
Oh, I didn't record.
No, girl.
Kidding. File. Save project as. Oh, I didn't record.
No, girl.
Kidding. File. Save project as.
Make sure my Audacity is recording. Oh, yes.
Oh, I didn't record.
No, girl.
Kidding. File. Save project as.